Okay, good evening. My name is Mark, and tonight I wanted to tell a story that's about guilt and memory. My guilt and my brother's memory. When I was a boy, well, I still have a brother. I have an older brother. His name is Steve. He's 2 years older than I am. And when we were children, he was really into science. He would do all kinds of scientific experiments. There was, in the 60s, a mail-order company called Edmunds Scientific Company, and you could send off for generators and chemicals that you couldn't send off for now. All of these things, and he would order these things, model rockets, and he would conduct these experiments, and I thought that was neat. He and I were very close when we were children. In Alabama, the winters are not cold, as you can imagine. But we did have a floor furnace, which was rather unusual in Alabama. And you could stand over the floor furnace on a chilly morning, and it would just warm up your pajamas, warm up your lower parts. It was really nice. And I remember my mother standing over the floor furnace in her nightgown, and the nightgown just ballooning. And this is, I think, where Steve got his idea for his Zeppelin. And he started experimenting with the plastic bags that you used to get dry cleaning back from the dry cleaners in. Is that a sentence?
Yes, it works.
And he would just take the plastic bags, put them over the furnace, and see how they would kind of float up. And this started some thinking going on. He started preparing this Zeppelin. Now I got to take a break here and introduce another character, and that was my neighbor, Tom Cox. Tom was my age, and his father was a house builder. They were kind of well-to-do, as well-to-do as you could be in Montgomery. And Tom was the fellow who got me out of the house in the afternoon after school. If he hadn't come and say, oh, let's go play baseball, or let's play football, or let's play basketball, I would have just spent my whole childhood reading. He was Steve's competition. I loved Steve, and I loved his scientific experiments, but Tom was also got me out of the house. Tom was also kind of neat to watch, because I don't know what it was, but he had all of these kind of, I guess we might say he had Tourette's. He just like irks and kind of things would happen to his face that were fun to watch when you were a kid. It beat whatever was on TV that afternoon. We got Steve, we got Tom. Steve completes his Zeppelin, and it's a thing of wonder. He's got balsa wood. It's collapsible. There's little platforms for candles to light it so that it sends the hot air up. He's taken some toy airplane, the propellers and the rubber bands off of that to prepare the whole Zeppelin thing. And it's a thing of beauty. So we're going to launch this one day. And we go down to the local YMCA because they have a football field behind the YMCA. And for some reason, Tom Cox tags along. And we're on the football field. Steve lights the candles, sets the propellers in motion. He launches it, and it just lifts off beautifully. It's a success. My brother has created a Zeppelin. And it starts to rise and rise into the sky, and I don't know why he did it. I don't know what got into Tom's head. But he picked up a rock. And he picked up a rock. And he threw it at the Zeppelin and hit it dead on, put a hole in it. And he picked up another rock and threw another rock. And this is really what I've never understood. I picked up a rock too, and threw it, and another one, and another one. And Tom and I destroyed my brother's Zeppelin, and it just went down in flames. Tom ran off, and I was left there with my brother Steve. Didn't say a word. We folded the thing up and took it home, and never said another word about Tom and I destroying my brother's Zeppelin. And I thought about this over the years. My brother is not a very expressive person. He doesn't communicate if I'm talking to him on the phone, if I get like, yeah, nah, it's a good conversation. Right? It's a good conversation. But I carry this around, I feel guilty for many, many years, and I decide finally I'm going to tell the story to my brother and say, look, I'm sorry that I did that. That was stupid. That was really stupid when I was a kid, to side with Tom Cox against family and bring down your Zeppelin. And so one time I went back from Kilto to visit family in Montgomery. And Steve, as I said, doesn't talk much. So we went off to a barbecue place. And there I could be assured of having his attention. He wasn't in front of the TV. We had our barbecue, I had a beer, and we were sitting there, and I said, Steve, I got to tell you something. You know that time that Tom and I destroyed that airship that you had made, that Zeppelin, we threw the rocks at it? He said, what? I said, no, remember the time that you had the balsa wood and the plastic, and we launched it at the YMCA and we destroyed it? I don't remember that. I said, come on, sure, you must remember that. No, I don't remember that. And he did not remember that. I had carried this guilt around for years and years for something that I had forgotten the next day. Is guilt ever wasted?
No.
No, okay.
That was too fast.
But actually, that might be a good place to end, because that's the story. My brother, Zeppelin, Tom Cox, and Thank you.